Editor's note: this is the first installment of a 5-part serialization of Three-Ring Circus, Jeff Pearlman's book about the Lakers era that featured Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal and Phil Jackson. The book, which was written before Bryant's death in January, will be released Tuesday. In the summer leading up to his senior year at Lower Merion High in suburban Philadelphia, Kobe Bryant returned to the prestigious ABCD camp for another summer. This was perhaps the greatest collection of talent in ABCD history, not merely Bryant but also Tim Thomas of Patterson Catholic High, New Jersey, Jermaine O'Neal of Eau Claire High, South Carolina, and Lester Earl of Glen Oaks, Louisiana. In a moment that, 2 decades later, Sonny Vaccaro, the famed shoe company executive who founded and ran the camp, still found uproarious. In one game Kobe soared toward the basket and slammed powerfully over an overwhelmed opponent. As the ball rattled through the rim, Bryant fell to his feet, smiled, and yelled at Vaccaro, "Was that better than Stephon's?" "No," Vaccaro replied, referring to an earlier dunk from future NBA star Stephon Marbury, "but it was damn good." If Bryant's confidence was high off of his ABCD showing, he was named the camp MVP. A couple of closer-to-home experiences took it to another level. Even though he was but a high schooler, Bryant spent plenty of time running pickup inside Temple University's Pearson Hall gymnasium. These weren't run-of-the-mill battles against Joe Frat Boy. No, his opponents included many of the Owls' stars, including future NBA players Rick Brunson, McKie and Eddie Jones. "God, he was so polished for a high school kid," recalled Jones. "Flat-out talented. Most impressive, he wasn't scared. We were all Americans, big names in college basketball. And Kobe just brought it right at us. You knew this kid was NBA bound. There was zero question." Around this time, the Philadelphia 76ers were holding off-season workouts on the campus of St. Joseph's. Because he was a big local name and bodies were needed, Bryant was allowed to play. What transpired is the stuff of myth. In large part because much of it is myth. According to the eternally repeated story of 10 million witnesses, there were no more than 30 people in the gym. Bryant lit up Jerry Stackhouse, Philadelphia's fantastic young shooting guard. He took Stackhouse left, he took Stackhouse right, he dunked over Stackhouse while eating a ham sandwich and humming Peter Cetera's entire musical catalog. Truth be told, Bryant played extremely well against Stackhouse, as well as solid NBAers like Vernon Maxwell, Dumas and Sharone Wright. He wasn't the most polished player on the court, or even the 10th most polished on the court. He was undisciplined, sloppy, erratic. He took shots one shouldn't take and committed turnovers that, were this a regular game, would land him on the bench. But he was absolutely fearless, and that stuck.